You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodriguez for Black and White Live. Well, it seems like the Trey Lance fans may be getting their wish. Full disclosure, I'm a 49ers fan, lifelong, 40 years. And a couple of things have happened here. But it looks like Jimmy Garoppolo has got some kind of a significant injury that is going to open the door for Trey Lance to possibly start. It just so happens they have the Texans this weekend. Niners still in the playoff mix, still in one of those wild card seedings right now. And I know a lot of people in Niners Nation has been very vocal about wanting Trey Lance in. Full disclosure, exactly how I feel about this. I feel like that Shanahan had made the decision to stick with Garoppolo because in some weird way, I think Shanahan still believes this Niners team can get to the Super Bowl, but only with a veteran quarterback, not with Trey Lance. Now, for full disclosure, for 6 weeks ago, I was hearing Trey Lance wasn't ready. That there was a reason why Garoppolo was not taken out of the lineup. It's because Trey Lance, he didn't feel could play as well as Jimmy was. And for a few game stretch, Jimmy was playing very well. But last week, Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, if I'm just being real, Jimmy Garoppolo lost that game versus the Titans. That should have been a 24-0 game. I mean, into the second quarter. And he threw a couple of the worst interceptions I have ever seen in all my life. I have been one of those Jimmy Garoppolo defenders because the fact is the Niners, as long as Jimmy is healthy, when Jimmy is healthy, they've won games. Their win-loss record is very different between him being out and him being in. And Trey Lance, when he played earlier this year, plain and simple, looked lost. He did. That game, I can't remember if it was Seattle or Arizona. Who cares? He didn't look good in it. 50% passing is not good. I don't care how much you can run the ball. But I think that a case can be made for Jimmy playing, and I think something else is happening here too. There's part of me that believes this injury situation. There's two stories here I'm going to get to. Let's go with Jimmy being hurt, supposedly. Jimmy Garoppolo has a more significant injury than a right thumb sprain. 49ers Jimmy Garoppolo was absent from Monday's practice, which raised eyebrows. Now there's some question as to whether or not Garoppolo will be available for Sunday's game against the Texans. Head coach Kyle Shanahan told reporters in his Monday press conference that Garoppolo suffered a right thumb sprain during last week's loss to the Titans. Shanahan noted that the 49ers will have to determine later if Garoppolo will be able to practice on Wednesday. But just after Shanahan's press conference, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that Garoppolo's injury is thought to be, quote, more significant in injury than a right thumb sprain. This is his exact tweet. 49ers Jimmy Garoppolo suffered what is thought to be a more significant injury than a right thumb sprain. The season of quarterback hand injuries, see Russell Wilson and Taysom Hill, continues. Now, of course, Trey Lance, there he is. He is trending on Twitter right now because all the wokes can't wait for Trey Lance to start, frankly. No matter what the injury is, if Garoppolo is not available for Sunday's game, then the number 3 overall pick, Trey Lance, would be in line to start. Via Matt Burrows of TheAthletic.com, Shanahan said Lance has experienced the best consecutive 4 weeks of practice since we've had him. Shanahan noted Lance will have, quote, a chance to play against Houston if Garoppolo can't throw as he normally does. Lance started, it was against Arizona, 15 for 29. I could remember he was at 50%. 192, an interceptions, 16 carries for 89 yards. He's played just 5 offensive snaps since. And I got to be honest. He looks a lot like Kaepernick out there. He really does. Now, let's get to John Lynch, because this just happened to happen over the weekend. John Lynch supposedly inadvertent like of a disparaging Jimmy Garoppolo tweet. In the spirit of Christmas, we delayed making an issue out of a supposedly inadvertent Twitter move from 49ers GM John Lynch regarding quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Now it says, as Christmas winds down and as the story continues to reverberate in the league, we have no choice to point it out. On Friday night, Lynch posted this message out of the blue. Quote, apparently, while in Christmas Eve Mass with my family, I accidentally and unknowingly liked a tweet. Never intended to, and remain a huge believer in Jimmy. What the F, you may be asking? This is it. The tweet in question said, quote, leave Jimmy in Nashville, with a photo of a man. Let's see if we can look at that, if it's still up. There it is, with a man looking in a plane window. I guess that's supposed to be Jimmy G looking in a plane window. No matter, and let's see if we can get back. Let's get back. Okay. Although inadvertent likes can indeed happen while scrolling through an app, it's hard to understand how or why Lynch did it during Christmas Eve Mass. That may be the number one question we want to ask. So, there we have it. Jimmy's hurt. Everybody thinks, anyway, that Jimmy is hurt. Not doubting he could be hurt. John Lynch liked a tweet that literally said, leave Jimmy in Nashville, after he threw those two repugnant interceptions, and they were, honestly, for the significance of the game and the time of the year, I got to be honest, it was Jimmy Garoppolo's two worst interceptions, I think, since he's been a 49er. They were terrible. The 49ers dominated that game in the first half and somehow lost it. And the biggest reason was he squandered two really good drives. And that interception in the end zone, I mean, I was laying in bed watching the game. I literally got up, threw my hands up, walked around the house. I was livid. And I like Jimmy G. Okay, I think a team will pick him up that is terrible at quarterback, and they will immediately start winning more games. That's just what Jimmy's history shows. Okay, whether people like that or not, I really don't care. Go pull up Pro Football Reference and look at his win-loss record. It is what it is. I mean, he could go Washington, Houston, and immediately their quarterback situation does get better. Okay, I wonder if Jimmy said, John Lynch liked that tweet, I've just sort of had enough, okay? Enough. Because Jimmy's been very diplomatic about knowing this is going to be Trey Lance's team and that he is gone. Okay, you got to understand, they got a quarterback that's been leading them that in 2 months, when the league year starts, is not going to be on this team anymore. That's really weird. It's really weird. It's really strange for everybody to know the score at this point. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo would have to win the Super Bowl for him to stay on this team. That's just a fact. Okay? So, now we've got a thumb injury that came out of nowhere. Nobody knew about it during the game the other day. Now there's something more significant, quote-unquote more significant, and now it looks like Trey Lance is going to start. We'll find out. I will tell you this. With Trey Lance starting, the Niners season, whether they make the playoffs or not, is over. I mean, I'm a believer in veteran quarterbacks, okay? So it's not that I have a problem with Trey Lance as a rookie. I don't. I just would have liked to have seen how far can we get with Jimmy, because in 2019 we made it to the Super Bowl, but that team was better. That team was better. The 49ers should have never lost that game the other night versus the Titans. This is a team that literally could go 10-7, and they've pissed me off. And at what point do we start questioning John Lynch? I'm a huge John Lynch fan. I watched his football life the other night. But he has made some inexplicable moves. Like in this tweet, his personnel decisions, I don't understand. I know Kyle Shanahan is in large, pulling the shots, calling the shots. But I just think Jed York, Adam Peters, and John Lynch ran a 3-on-1 versus Kyle until they drafted Trey Lance, and they traded away everybody to do it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Nothing against Trey Lance. If we're sitting back at 12 and Mac Jones is already gone, I'd have been fine with Trey Lance. A lot of whiffs by the Niners. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.